Hey guys, what's up? It's been a while since our last Bitcoin update, and you can see right here that not much has changed as far as the range is concerned. We are still trading in the range that we have here in this same place. But the good thing is that Bitcoin has clearly printed a falling wedge right here that you could see. You could see my trend lines. And in trading, a falling wedge is a bullish setup. It is a bullish setup, right? After it plays out completely. Now we're actually having two falling wedges right here. A falling wedge inside the falling wedge. I'm going to switch this to the lower time frames like forward for you to see exactly what is playing out here. But you have to focus on the fact that we are still forming lower highs, all right? Lower highs and lower lows. You can see this high here, lower than this previous one, lower than the previous one, lower than the previous one. And here you can see the lows lower than the previous one, lower than the previous one, right? So that is a clear signal of this falling wedge right here. And there is another bigger line here pinpointing this bigger falling wedge on a daily candle. Now, if you've been following us on this channel, you know that I've always mentioned that we will flip bullish completely when we see the prices closing above the 200 EMA right here, settling and closing above it right here. And as it stands right now, the 200 EMA the 200 EMA is around 39,209 at this point, 39,209 from what is on our chart right here. So we need to see the price flip above that. But meanwhile, there are still opportunities that we can find on the lower time frames while we head up there if we are going to flip bullish, because a falling wedge is supposed to break out bullish at the end of this. Now, for now, we are not there yet, right? We're still below even the 20 EMA on the daily time frame. Now, if you switch this to the 4 candle, you can see clearly what I'm saying right here. This is the falling wedge. This is the first falling wedge inside this bigger falling wedge right here. That is why you see the price bouncing on this 4 candle here. If you switch it to the 1 hour, you'd see the bigger bounce on the bigger green candles on the 1 hour candle. But you can see that the 4 candle is printing 2 green candles with a decent bounce up from this bottom, just to show you the effectiveness of this falling wedge, the smaller falling wedge for a falling wedge inside the larger one. But here, if you didn't pick along it, you could have picked along here around 31.5, and you know, depending on the leverage size you're using, you could make some decent profits if you're scalping, make some decent profits and take your profit even on this bounce right here. Okay, or you could actually choose to ride it back up to the highs of this falling wedge if you are willing to wait for that. Always use lower leverage, guys. I always tell my community to use lower leverage because it keeps you safe even if the trade goes against you. Now, if you have failed to pick a trade or entry here, you could possibly wait for this lower wedge. I mean, you never can tell. It's possibly going to break down. There's no chance. There's no guarantee that this is not going to break down back here, because we're still sitting below the 20 EMA even on the 4 hour candle. We're sitting below it on the daily candle as we saw, and we're sitting below this 20 EMA, this red line that we're seeing here on the 4 hour candle as well. So there's a chance that it hits here and forms resistance and breaks down and goes to test the lower side, which is around 30,200, the lower part of this falling wedge. So you could actually pick along there, and let's see if the price is gonna bounce right up from there. So Bitcoin is still squeezing right here, and you see that we're getting closer to the end of this falling wedge right here. So we could have a couple more squeeze days, you know, back and forth within this range before we decide if we are breaking out upwards or breaking downwards. Like we say, falling wedge usually breaks upwards. I mean, I don't see any point that we have to break downwards if we get to the bottom of this 31,500 or thereabout. I'm sure there will be a lot of longs at this particular area just in case we break down. I'll personally have a long there, guys. I'm personally going to have a long there around here. So you could pick a long here and pick a long there, or you just DCA into your position, guys. I'm telling you exactly what I am going to be doing. Do not take this as financial advice, by the way, but you can see what is on your chart right here, and you are going to trade what is on your chart. So until we flip above this 35K region of the 4 hour candle, at least we have to flip above it on the 4 hour candle, because we can see this falling wedge right here. We could actually start to go bullish from here, from 35K. We can actually start to consider putting along. If we close comfortably above it, then we are going to ride it up to the 200 EMA on the daily candle, right? We're going to ride it up to the 200 EMA on the daily candle. So basically, this is what I am planning to do with my trades at this point. I've actually been a lot busier these days and not been looking so much at the charts. But right here, this is what the Bitcoin chart is saying at this point. And I've just told you guys what I and my community will likely be doing at this point, guys. If you are new to this channel, if you are just watching a video for the first time or your second time or your third time, you should try to hit the subscribe button, all right? Subscribe to this channel, hit like on this video at this point, so YouTube is going to spread it to other people who need to see this video, and turn on the notification bell. Please turn on the notification bell so that you are going to you're going to be notified once we release an important video on this channel, guys. See you. Every content, every detail you need, guys, sorry, is in the description box in this video. All the links to our channels. You can subscribe and follow us on social media handles, guys. See you in the next video. Cheers.